Hello, this is Chad Johnson with Agent Evolution. I've been asked one question several times recently. They're from folks that are very interested in our equity framework, really like our must-see child theme, the first child theme for equity, but they want call to action buttons on the home page. They see our Curb Appeal Evolved theme, they like the calls to action, the property search, listings by email, home valuation right there on the home page, and they don't want to go with must see because there are no call to action buttons. But in reality, there are, or at least there can be. I want to show you today how you can use built-in features in Equity to create your own call to action buttons that are actually more flexible. Because with Curb Appeal, we've coded in 4 buttons, and you can change those up a bit, but if you wanted fewer or more calls to action buttons, you're pretty much stuck. You'd have to recode the theme, and we wanted more flexibility when we came out with Equity and our Equity child theme. So let me show you how you can use shortcodes for icon boxes using Font Awesome icons to make really great looking calls to action right on your homepage of Must See. So let's take a look at Must See here. Here's one of our demos for Must See. And I'm going to go down here, and there are actually 3 widget areas that I'm going to change. In the demo here, we've got 3 lists of city names that are linkable. Instead, I want to put 3 simple calls to action. Let's look at another demo and I'll show you the finished product. I'm going to come in here, and here we are. I'm using icon boxes. These icon boxes, I can set it so that these are clickable links. As you roll over the icons, they change color. The headings are clickable, and you roll over and they change color. And then I can have some additional text. Great examples of a call to action. Now, if I had gone even further and changed out the background image, made it something maybe a little bit more, less detailed, a little bit more subdued, these would stick out even farther, but I haven't gone to that point just for this demo purpose. Let me show you how I created these. They were very, very simple. I'm going to go and look at the documentation for Must See because that shows me all of my shortcodes and how to use them. I can go to agentevolution.com, go up to support, and then down to documentation. From here, I'm going to find my theme, which is Must See. And I look around and voila, there's my shortcodes. Here in shortcodes, I've got content shortcodes, we're going to use here in a second, column shortcodes, Font Awesome icons, and property cons. For this demo, I'm going to show you how to use content shortcodes for icon boxes with Font Awesome icons. So let's start here. Right here at the top, content shortcodes, icon boxes. Gives me a little bit of a description, shows me what the different parameters are, and then shows me examples. The examples are really the great things. They're examples of the code, and then here are the examples of what that would produce. Type 1, both without a clickable link or with clickable links. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you can see 2 and 3 add a circle. 1 and 2 left align versus 3 and 4 put the icon above. And number 5, very similar to number 1, but the icons are smaller. So what you want to do is see what your personal preference is, play around with them, see what looks best where you're putting them. The great thing is you can switch from a 1 to a 3 to a 5 with just by changing a number. Now I come up here to my examples, and I'm going to look, and I know how we have our example shortcodes is, the first one that isn't a clickable, and then number 1 that is clickable. So I'm going to go here, number 3, and this is the example that I want to use. I'm literally going to copy and paste this over into a text widget in the back end of my admin for WordPress. Now I'd highlight it, I would copy it, and I would paste it. I've already done this, so let me go in and take a look and show you what I did. I go to my widgets. This is the back end. I went to Appearance to Widgets. Widget areas are different depending on what child theme you have activated. For must see, it has a home top, which is where the quick search is, the home middle, which has the featured properties. Those can be switched out with other things though. Play around with it, see what you like. And then we have home bottom 1, 2, and 3. If I look at the site itself, I know this is home bottom 1, home bottom 2, home bottom 3. I went over and I grabbed a text widget and I just drag and drop it into number 1, grab another one into number 2, and the same thing for number 3. Let me open this up and show you. Now, I didn't give this text widget a title. It doesn't look good with the icon boxes, so I don't need it. I just didn't put one in. I copied and pasted the icon box shortcode. Let's break this shortcode down now that it's not so cluttered on the page, and we'll show you what it is. As I've said in previous videos, a shortcode in WordPress is really something that usually has a start and a stop, and they're in brackets. So you can see here I have a bracket with icon box. The bracket stops. But icon boxes are a little bit more elaborate, and there are parameters. Like parameters are choices. If you're buying a sweatshirt, large is a parameter. Blue is a parameter. That's what we have here. We then have the text that is part of the icon box, and then we have the closing of the shortcode. You know it's a closing because it's got the /. Type equals, and then in parentheses, that's a number 3. I wanted number 3. I could change this to a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 because those are the available types. Just a matter of do you want it top aligned, left aligned, a circle for the icon to be smaller. We already just looked at that a second ago in the video. New tab equals 0. That means when they click on this, it's not going to open up in a new window. You can set that to 1 and it'll open as a new window. I don't like that. I think that people get a little lost. They'd rather hit the back button or swipe on their mobile device than to have to close a window. Icon equals. Now, icon equals FA-home. What the heck is that? FA stands for Font Awesome, and then dash and which Font Awesome icon. Let's take a look at that right now. I'm going to go back over to the shortcodes here on the documentation website for Agent Evolution. I'm going to go down to Font Awesome icons. Font Awesome icons are actually a publicly available set of icons, free to use, and we love them so much that we built them into our themes. And I can click on them and click on that link and see all the new and existing fonts. Quite a few of them here. Things like a new one for area chart. It could be good for home valuation. We've got other ones like cameras, videos, email or mail envelopes. So many different ones. All you have to do is put this little code into the icon equals area. So I've got an envelope here. There's so many. You can just be creative, and sometimes you need something that's a little bit more esoteric. A laptop. I've used that on a lot of real estate sites when I built them. Magic. Just play around, see what works. So in my example, I was doing something for home valuation. I figured, I'll just put an icon of a home. So I found FA-home right here. I can either copy and paste that, or I can just type it right on in. So I put in FA-home. Now URL. This is where do I want people to go when they click on that icon or the header. You need to put in the HTTP : so you're probably going to want to go to that page and highlight it in your browser and copy and paste it on in so you don't miss anything. Now this could be somewhere on your website or another page, another website altogether. It could be going to a home valuation form on your site. It could be going to your home search page or to somewhere within your IDX. Heading. The heading is what, in between these quotation marks, is what the larger heading is going to be. Right here you can see it says home valuation. and that's also clickable in this icon box. So I put home valuation, and then what is your home worth? That's the paragraph format that goes below it with this icon box. Pretty simple. And then I just close it right on out. So you really can do a lot with this. This type of short code can be dragged and copied and pasted and put it into a text box and put it into your footer or put it into your sidebar. Or you can just put it right onto a page or a post. So maybe you want to have some sort of like a really cool, something that stands out in the middle of a page, and you throw a nice icon there to capture people's attention. Their eyes will stop right there. So all I have to do then is just click save. I go down and you'll see I did the same thing here, but I just changed up. I used a different icon, gave it a different heading and a different paragraph, and same thing with number 3. I save these all. I then go to my main page. I refresh, and voila, I have 3 call to action buttons right here on the homepage of my must-see theme. So I hope you've been inspired. I hope this is getting you starting to think that, wow, I should start learning these little short codes and add little elements of design and flair to my website. And we'll be showing you in future videos how you can do things like create some really great landing pages, some summary pages and things like that, utilizing columns and icon boxes and other shortcode elements built into must-see equity and all of our future equity child themes. Excellent. Have yourself a great day.